Hey everybody, it's Dawn. Welcome back to Big City Knitting. I have a pretty big update for you guys, as you might have guessed. So let's just get started. So it has been a few weeks since my last upload, and I've been pretty busy. So I know that in my last video, I had been working on the wave sweater by Spectacle Streak for my boyfriend, and I told you that I wanted to get it done by May. Today is May 1st and I have it here. I have the finished object. Like I said, I wanted to get it done by May, and not only did I get this done, I also have another one done. So it might be a long video, so buckle in. So yeah, it's been a busy month for me. As I said, I finished my wave sweater, and I'll talk about that first. So I think in my last video I was almost done with the body. I can't quite remember how far I was, but here she is. It turned out really well. It's a little bit, I've got some comments, some questions and concerns about the pattern, my process, a big spiel. So I know I mentioned in my last video, whenever I was in the process of making it, I was worried about the gauge, because color A to color B, so this tan versus the mohair waves that I did, the gauge was not the same, and I was worried that it would affect the sizing. And it really didn't. This clearly has been blocked. And I mean, as you can see, it's pretty straight, pretty flat. There's no weird like puckering or pulling because of the difference in yarns, which I'm really thankful for, because I really didn't want it to look really weird. That wasn't the case. Could I have benefited from holding 3 strands of mohair together instead of just 2? Probably so. But we're not gonna worry about that now, because there's nothing I can do about it. I used 2 strands of mohair and it turned out fine. But no, I'm really glad with how it turned out after blocking. I felt like a weight was off my shoulders because I was just so worried about it. It also grew a lot. Whenever I got done knitting the body, obviously before I got the sleeves done, I had my boyfriend try it on, and it was a little short on him, and I was really worried that it wouldn't grow that much, but thankfully it did, and now it fits in like a normal length. The sleeves, however, obviously me, it's huge, but the sleeves are pretty long. I did an extra like half motif for the sleeves. I probably could have gotten by with just doing like just stopping here and then do the ribbing, but whenever I had him try it on before blocking, this was too short and I didn't think it would grow as much as it did. So the sleeves are a little long, which is fine. You know, I think we'd rather have sleeves that are a little too long than a little too short, I think. So it's all good. Speaking of the sleeves, this is where my kind of I don't want to say like dislike. I don't not like the sleeves. The sleeves are fine, but whenever you look at the full like length, like the edge, so the decreases started right here and they go down, go down, go down, and then it just stops, and then you can clearly see like there's a difference. You can see where the slant ends, where the decreases end, which is fine. Most of the sweaters though that I have made have decreases all throughout the sleeve, so it's a nice even like slant in the decreases and it doesn't look weird. But this one, I don't know, I just, for me, something, I followed the pattern to a T, so everything should be fine, but I don't know, something didn't click, I think. And the other issue that I have is with the like decreasing in the motifs. I don't know, it was kind of odd. Let me spread it out so you can kind of see. It just, whenever you're looking at it from a certain angle, like this is just odd to me. And I'm not a big fan of how it, like, what is this? What is that doing here? I don't know. The other one is fine. The other one looks pretty normal. Like, this one is okay, as you can see. But you know, all in all, it's not really much of a complaint. Another issue that I had, I don't know if it's just because of the sizing that I did, maybe I messed up on the German short rows or the neckline, something, but whenever my boyfriend is wearing it, I mean, you can see on me the raglan is just very steep and very long. Like, you can see where the, like, that's huge. That's a very large raglan. So whenever he's wearing it, the neckline kind of likes to like bunch up a little bit. And I wonder if that's due to, maybe I didn't do the short rows correctly. Maybe I should have made the neck, like the collar, a little longer. Who knows? But again, not much of a complaint. I mean, whenever you're looking at the sweater, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful pattern, beautiful, you know, technique. It looks clean, it looks nice. I am proud of the sweater despite my complaints about it. And then I also think I'm just being a little too hard on myself because it was a gift. I always kind of judge myself a little too harshly whenever it's not things that I'm making for myself, you know. But yeah, I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but to recap, the green waves was the Ning for Olive soft silk mohair in the color Pea Shoots. I think the pattern recommended that I buy 7 balls of it, and I think I have a total of, probably combined, I've got 2 full balls left. So I can definitely do something else with them later on. I swear, the amount of extra little half balls of mohair that I have, I don't know what I'm ever gonna do with them. It's a problem. They just keep piling up. You know, we'll figure it out at some point. But anyway, and then the this tan was the Plymouth Select and Worsted Merino Superwash. It's 100% superwash wool. It looks like this because when I ran out of the previous hank, like the last hank before this, I only needed like the ribbing, like half the ribbing maybe. So I only wound like a small amount of it, and then I tied it back up just because I don't I don't really like looking at like cakes. I'd rather look at Hanks than cakes. I don't know if that's weird of me. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't care. But anyway, this is the amount that I have left of this. So yeah. But yeah, so that's the wave sweater. And like I said, I wanted to get it done by May, and I got it done April 18th, I believe, because it was a weekend that I finished it. And I was like, I have so much more time. Like, I've got all of this open space because I thought it would take me much longer. So I made something else. I would now like to move on to this. My pride and joy. My masterpiece. My rug sweater by Junko Okamoto. If you watched my video at the beginning of the year, I think it was like my second video, my 2024 knitting plans video, I spoke about this pattern, and I was in love from the first second I saw it. And it's a free, anyway. Sorry, I live in Indianapolis, and I don't know if you know this, but they've got the electric scooters that you can rent, you know, to get to where you need to go. And I just saw guys up and down a very busy street in the middle, just the middle of the street, not even the sidewalk or anything, or bike lane. Anyway, it just threw me for a second. Anyway, rug sweater. But yeah, I fell in love with this, and I just could not wait to cast it on, and I did the same weekend, or I think I cast it on like middle of the week, I think, but it was right after I had finished the wave sweater. I went to a yarn store, and it was one that I didn't often frequent. The one that I normally go to was closed that day. So I went to a different one, and they didn't really have a lot of options for what I was looking for, and I was kind of bummed because I knew that my regular yarn shop had more yarn that was similar to what I was looking for. But I wanted to get it that day. I didn't want to wait anymore because I had gotten off work early. It was perfect rainy knitting weather. It was perfect day to do that. So I got this. I got these two colors, just a gray and a black, because with a pattern like this, just big, cozy, warm, with the color work, this type of color work, how could you not get a natural dyed yarn, like a natural color? Like, I couldn't imagine this in like a pink or blue. Like, I'm sure it would be beautiful if somebody did it in a bright, fun color, but for me personally, I couldn't not do this color. So I got this. This is what I found. This is pretty much about the only option that they had at the yarn shop that I went to, but thankfully it worked. It worked really well for what I needed it for, and I'm lucky that they had this because it was pretty close to what I was looking for. But it's a blend of, I think alpaca, some silk is in there, some nylon, some natural wool, stuff like that. It's just a big yarn cocktail. I don't have the tag anymore, unfortunately, or I would give more details on it. I believe it's Ella Ray is the company name, like the brand name, but I don't know the type offhand. but I don't know, I thought it was really good. It worked up really quickly, and with such a thick gauge, it took me 9 days to knit this up. 9 days. And I've never made anything that quickly. Even like a hat, like a little hat, has taken me maybe a week. Like, are you kidding me? So yeah. This sweater was a lot of firsts for me personally. As you can see, the construction is clearly a circular yoke, which I've never done before. I always thought I wouldn't like them, but with this particular pattern, I absolutely love circular yoke. I think it's very seamless, and I really, really like it. So this is the fit. This is before blocking. I honestly don't really think this needs to be blocked. My tension was pretty even throughout, actually, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. It looks good tucked, untucked. I mean, it's a really good pattern. It was super easy to follow, like I said. I think my color work is, I mean, pretty good, honestly. I mean, look at that. Tell me that's not the most perfect sweater you've ever seen. Right? As you can see, I took a pretty good break. Actually, I was baking a coffee cake for my boyfriend, as his birthday's tomorrow. So, anyway, yeah. So, the rug sweater, I love it. I love it so much. I mean, I can't stop talking about it. So, I mean, obviously I like it. But yeah, it's a great pattern. I would really love to make it again. Maybe this one, I don't know, maybe make one for one of my friends, or I don't know, somebody. But I mean, it's great. It's a great pattern. I had a lot of fun making it, so yeah. Moving on to some of my future projects, stuff that I'm planning on making. I know a lot of my recent content has been about my trip this fall, making sweaters for my trip, you know, getting stuff done before my trip, blah blah blah. And I think now that I have kind of a solid plan, I think I'm gonna take a break from sweaters, especially now that summer is coming up pretty quickly. I only have a couple more things to make for my trip this fall. A sweater and a cardigan, and I can definitely knock that out in 4 months. So I was thinking of taking a break from my sweaters. My friend actually invited us on a pretty impromptu vacation to Florida for the summer. So I was just thinking maybe I could make something kind of quick and easy for that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I've been looking for some inspiration, some ideas and stuff, and I came across the Luna bralette by Naked Knit. I thought it was really cute, really simple, really easy. I made one of their patterns before a year or two ago. I made the shell bra and I really liked it. It was just a little difficult with my plus size, and I think this might provide more, maybe a little bit more support with like the thicker strap. We'll see. But I just thought it would be a really nice, quick, easy project, good stash buster, and Lord knows that I need that. I have 2 baskets of yarn down here below the camera, full of stuff that I don't know what I'm gonna be making with. So I figured this would be a good project. I'm not really sure what I want to make the Luna bra in, because like I said, I have so many options. I've got a few solid colors. I have some Drops Flora I could use, some acrylic yarn that I have and never use. But what I was thinking was, I think I'm going to use the yarn that I was going to make my blouse number 1 in. I don't know if I spoke about this in another video or not, maybe I jumped it, but I got this yarn at my yarn shop a few weeks ago with the idea of making another blouse number 1 in it. And I was really excited for it, and then I kind of lost a little bit of momentum. But I think I'm going to use this yarn for the Luna bralette. I don't know if I've shown this to you, but it's this nice gray, kind of rusty brown look. And I think it would be a really nice, like, subtle variation colorway. I already have one ball wound up, as you can see, and in this lighting you can't really tell. Like, you can't really see the variation very well. But yeah, I can see it myself. But I also have this big giant basket full to the brim of yarn that I could definitely use. So I've got a ton of options, but I just want to make sure that, I don't know, I want to use the right color and I want the right, like, aesthetic for the vacation. And I feel like this colorway would really kind of hit the mark. And I don't know, I've been wanting an excuse to use this yarn, because like I said, I was excited to use it for my blouse number 1, and then I kind of meh. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll use that yarn for the Luna. But yeah, I actually have some more yarn on the way. It's supposed to be delivered in the mail tomorrow. I ordered some drops. What did I order? I don't remember which drops yarn that I ordered, but I know I ordered some in the, I know it was Yarn Group B, and it was in the colorway light yellow. And I also ordered some Kid Silk Mohair in the colorway vanilla. Originally my plan was to make the Celeste cardigan. It's a new pattern. It just came out in April of this year, and I saw it on Instagram one day and I really liked it. Well, I was looking at the Celeste cardigan because I liked the fact that it had the little bows instead of your typical button placket. And then I saw this picture of the Hackett jacket, and I really liked that one. And so I think I'm gonna make a Hackett jacket and do a couple different of the hacks. I don't know if you're familiar with the pattern, but it's one full pattern and it has a bunch of different hacks to make little adjustments to the piece to give you different results. So I think I'm gonna do that with the yarn. So probably in my next video I'll keep you updated with that and let you know how that goes. So yeah, that's about it. That's about all the updates I have for you. So I guess we'll wrap it up now. Thanks for sitting with me for a while and listening to me, and let me share my pieces and my plans. You know, I always appreciate it. So stay happy, stay safe, and happy knitting. Bye guys.